Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome to the WildWeiler Weekly Wrap. As always, I am WildWeiler. I hope you all had a good holiday season. Mine was considerably more busy than I thought it would be, which means I haven't had time to get footage of my next Let's Play series put together. But I do have some free time this week, so I'll be off in the recording studio playing some games, which will be good. As is tradition, I went on the annual eagle spotting tour this year. This was my third year doing it, and we didn't get as many eagles as we did last year, which was well over 200. But, it was great. It was fun. I really enjoy this little tradition. This year, the weather was absolutely perfect. It wasn't too cold. It wasn't raining. You are now seeing a slideshow of amazing photos that I took, and it was a wonderful way to start the year. This is probably one of the most important beginning of the year activities for me. It really, really recharges my batteries to see all of these amazing, majestic birds out doing their thing. If you live in a place where you can do nature spotting tours, I would recommend it. It's literally like watching the sunrise once a year. It's the literal definition of touching grass. And I know that online we use touching grass as a way to dismiss somebody who's passionate about something, maybe even too passionate about something. But I will say this, touching grass really reminds you of what you want to be passionate about. Going and connecting with things you love is really what I mean when I say go touch grass. Because there's something different between talking about birds, for me, and seeing birds. So if you're passionate about something, be sure you actually spend some time going and seeing that thing and engaging with that thing rather than engaging in the discourse about that thing. Trust me, you'll be way happier that you did. After seeing the eagles, I did something that was probably the furthest you could get from touching grass. Which is to say, I purchased the Warhammer 40k introductory set. Longtime viewers will know I've been flirting around the fringes of Warhammer 40k for a while now, and I figured it's time to jump on in. So I got some Space Marines, I'm putting them together, I'm gonna try out some playing, figure out what I want to do. I don't think right now I'm into building a whole big army. They look complicated and frankly just expensive. And I'm way more interested in sort of the narrative games like Necromunda or Kill Team, because A, are they more approachable, and B, you know me, I like my characters, I like my stories, as fun as it is to field 1,000 million billion dudes and watch them get mown over by giant space mechs. I don't know, I want to get attached to these guys. I played Blood Bowl for a number of years, and I was attached to each little man on my team. When they got killed, I got so mad, and I love that, so I'm gonna do that. Now, I can already hear you asking, Wild, will you appear as the glorious Space Emperor of Furkind to lead the legions to victory in these games? Friends, the answer is of course yes, as so much in that my friends and elk will tolerate that nonsense. But, I also do want to engage with the hobby perhaps more seriously than I have here, so there's going to be this sort of dichotomy of like, ooh, I'm going to seriously play, probably like in Kill Team like an Exaction Squad or something in the gritty, like almost Judge Dredd RoboCop inspired police force Kill Team thing. But then also, obviously, my legions of Canis Adeptus Marines who form the chapters of my Astra Canum, Furkind's greatest stalwart defender in the age of transhumanism that I ushered in by deposing the Emperor. That's also gonna be there. So we got stuff for everybody, because here's the deal. And this is crucial, I think, when starting a new hobby that other people are already in. I'm not gonna shit on something people love. I'm gonna do my own thing that I enjoy too, but I'm also gonna engage the hobby in a realistic way that honors people's time commitment already. I can't just like show up at every table and be like, I'm the Space Emperor. As fun as that would be, so I'm gonna do that sometimes, but not all the time, because much like cookies and ice cream, the Space Emperor is a sometimes snack. I don't know why I did that. Oh, that's a dumb joke. I'm stuck. Oh, okay. Boop! 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 Oh, I've lost it, friends. Oh, man. What's next? What's the next topic on my topic sheet? This is, of course, a long way of saying expect some more 40k specific content going on here. And what I mean by 40k specific content is 40k sort of universe of game specific content. As I mentioned, I'm not building an army, so I guess I'm not technically playing the game Warhammer 40k. Just games that are set in the Warhammer 40k setting. This is it's such a hard thing to explain, and I'm gonna just move on to our next topic. Over the holidays, I watched a number of movies, and while I could rate any number of these, I want to talk about The Birdcage. The Birdcage is the 1996 comedy movie starring Robin Williams and Nathan Lane and Gene Hackman and Diane Weiss. On the surface, it's a movie about two gay men meeting the family of their son's fiancée, but what it really is about is that even when queer people carve out safe spaces where they can live their lives openly and genuinely and be the self that they want to be, that they are not immune from the influences of the outside world, and that they still have to worry about other people telling them how they should live. That's fundamentally what it's about in a very real way. It does this through a brilliant blend of comedy and drama, and Nathan Lane and Robin Williams give absolutely heart-wrenching and laugh-out-loud funny performances. There's a young Hank Azaria in there who's basically wearing a swim thong the whole time, and it's really good. Because apparently he was jacked in 1996, so, you know. The point is The Birdcage is a very sincere movie that has ups and downs, much like real life. It's incredibly heartwarming. When I first saw the film years ago, I bounced off of Nathan Lane's portrayal in particular because at that time in my life I was really struggling with the, like, why do some gay men have to be really flamboyant and really out there about their whole deal? And I've grown up and I've matured and I've realized how misguided those beliefs are because acceptability optics are just a way to divide the community, but more importantly, they're a way for some people who maybe haven't always made peace with themselves yet to project, at least I'm not bad like these other people. And that in itself is a type of judgment that I think the community really struggles with. And this movie, in its own weird way, deals with that, but I had to deal with that watching it the first time. And since then, since growing up, I tend to watch this movie about once a year, and I love it. I see new things to love about it every year. Primarily the fact that it's a well-produced movie is what carries it forward. There's a lot of queer cinema that isn't well-produced, and it's hard to watch because the quality just isn't there. And this isn't that. This is a well-produced movie that honors queer families and individuals. And I'm not going to rate The Birdcage because I can't do so in a way that doesn't feel betraying both my past and future selves, because I have felt the whole spectrum of this movie. And I'm going to watch it again and again and again. And every time I'm going to take a different meaning from it. So it defies rating because of that, because it's a time capsule that we can both look at for inspiration, but also to learn from. And it just makes it really hard to, like, give a score to. I highly encourage everybody to watch it, but I really want to encourage those who are struggling with defining what family means to them or what expression means to them. It's a really good movie about both of those things. And that is my tiny little report on The Birdcage. And that does it for this week. On YouTube, I have another episode of my 40k bolt gun Let's Play coming on Wednesday. That'll be fun. Nothing else this week, but I am getting some time to record, so next Saturday, be on the lookout for the first episode of my Resident Evil 3 Let's Play series. I am very excited to get back into Resident Evil, especially Resident Evil 3, which I know one thing about, and that is it's a little bit shorter. and then Resident Evil 2. So it should be a nice, fun little thing to play before, frankly, ratcheting up to probably Resident Evil 4 Remake. Which, that thing, I don't know a lot about Resident Evil 4, but I've seen enough, like, sort of gameplay clips of it. It has a lot of areas. And a lot of areas usually means a lot of runtime, so that could be a big, big endeavor. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.